Let's start with a familiar image. You're driving down a winding road at night. Your headlights only show you a short distance ahead, but you know there are twists and turns beyond your line of sight. You can't see them yet, but you need to be prepared for them. That's exactly what strategic foresight is for a leader. Anticipating the twists and turns ahead, even if they're not immediately visible. Strategic foresight is not about predicting the future with crystal ball-like accuracy. It's about recognizing patterns, understanding trends, and preparing for multiple possible futures. The most vigilant leaders don't just react to change, they're already making moves to navigate it. Now, at its core, strategic foresight is the ability to anticipate future developments, both opportunities and threats, and make decisions today that will keep your organization on course. It's a skill that goes beyond day-to-day operations, requiring a broad, forward-thinking perspective. Picture a chess player. The average player is thinking about their next move, maybe 2 moves ahead. A chess master is thinking 5, 10, even 15 moves ahead. They're considering every possible outcome and how each move will affect the game. Strategic foresight is like that. Thinking not just about your next step, but the long game. In leadership, this means not only focusing on the immediate tasks, but considering how larger trends, like technological advancements, economic shifts, or cultural changes, will impact your business in the future. Vigilant leaders don't just ask, what should we do now? They also ask, what will we need to do 2, 5, or 10 years from now? One of the key components of strategic foresight is pattern recognition. The world might seem chaotic, with constant changes and disruptions, but within that chaos are patterns. Vigilant leaders learn to spot these patterns early on. Let's use the example of Blockbuster and Netflix again. Blockbuster focused on the immediate, renting DVDs. Netflix, however, saw the pattern of technological advancement and the growing convenience of online services. Now, while others were stuck in the present, Netflix anticipated the shift towards streaming and adapted. By recognizing the trend early, they were able to position themselves as a leader in a new market, while Blockbuster failed to adapt. As a leader, it's essential to look for these kinds of patterns in your industry. Are there emerging technologies that could disrupt your business model? Are consumer behaviors shifting in a way that might require you to adjust your approach? It's your job to spot these trends and make sure your organization is prepared. Another powerful tool for strategic foresight is scenario planning. No one can predict the future with complete accuracy, but what you can do is prepare for different possible futures. This is like building a roadmap with multiple routes depending on what happens along the way. Imagine you're leading a retail business. You know that e-commerce is growing, but you're not sure how quickly it will take over. Instead of waiting for the trend to fully materialize, you plan for different scenarios. In one scenario, e-commerce grows slowly, so you maintain a strong physical presence. In another scenario, e-commerce explodes and you're prepared to shift more resources online. By planning for different outcomes, you're ready no matter which direction the trend takes. Scenario planning allows you to make flexible, informed decisions that keep you ahead of the curve. It's not about predicting the future perfectly. It's about being prepared for whatever comes your way. Now, here's a critical point about foresight. It requires flexibility. Even the best laid plans can go awry. And that's okay, as long as you're ready to pivot when necessary. A vigilant leader is not rigid. They're adaptable. They know that the future is full of surprises, and they build their strategies with that in mind. Take the example of Nokia. At one point, Nokia dominated the mobile phone market. They were on top of the world, but they failed to see the rapid rise of smartphones and didn't adapt quickly enough. A vigilant leader at Nokia would have recognized that sticking to a rigid product strategy wasn't going to work in a world where technology was evolving so fast. Flexibility doesn't mean abandoning your long-term goals. It means being willing to adjust your methods to achieve those goals in a changing environment. It's the ability to bend without breaking, to shift when the ground moves under your feet. Jeff Bezos is often cited as one of the best examples of a leader with strategic foresight. When Amazon started, it was just an online bookstore. But Bezos always had a broader vision for the company. He saw that e-commerce wasn't just a short-term trend, it was the future. While others were still figuring out how to build brick and mortar stores, Bezos was already imagining a world where you could buy anything online. Over the years, Amazon has expanded into numerous industries, from cloud computing to entertainment. This wasn't by accident. It was the result of careful planning, a deep understanding of technological trends, and a willingness to pivot when necessary. Amazon's success is largely due to Bezos' strategic foresight and his ability to see opportunities where others saw only risks. So how can you start embracing strategic foresight in your own leadership? It begins with curiosity. A vigilant leader is always curious about their industry, about new technologies, about what's happening in the world. You need to make it a habit to regularly scan the environment for new information and trends. Here's a simple exercise. Take 30 minutes each week to read about trends in industries outside of your own. It might seem unrelated at first, but often the biggest shifts come from unexpected places. For example, the rise of mobile technology didn't just disrupt the phone industry, it disrupted everything from retail to banking. You should also engage your team in this process. Encourage your employees to bring insights from their own experiences and expertise. The more eyes and ears you have on the lookout for changes, the better prepared you will be. Embracing strategic foresight is what separates good leaders from great ones. It's the difference between reacting to the future and shaping it. When you learn to spot trends, plan for multiple scenarios, and remain flexible, you're not just leading your organization through today's challenges, you're preparing them for tomorrow's opportunities. In the next lesson, we'll explore the connection between emotional intelligence and situational awareness and how both contribute to a vigilant leader's ability to stay ahead. But for now, ask yourself, how far into the future are you looking? Are you just focused on the next quarter, or are you thinking years ahead? Start training your foresight today, and you'll be better equipped to lead into the future.